Before watching the video, don't forget to subscribe the channel and enable bell notification to never miss an update from us.
Hello everyone, I am Ashima and I take current affairs on Entri channel, and in this video we will be talking about the impeachment of the President of United States of America. Now, we had already heard about this impeachment last year when impeachment had been passed in the Congress, but Senate did not pass it, or you can say he was not impeached as of the matter. Now, again, for the second time in the history of United States of America, it is the first time that a president of United States of America is being impeached for the second time. Right. So, what is the matter? First of all, we'll be talking about what impeachment is, or what do you mean when someone is being impeached. Now, we all know that the tenure of the President of United States of America is soon to end. That is the current president of that is Donald Trump. His tenure is soon to end. Right. So, what is the sense of him being impeached now? Why is it important that this decision comes out any which ways, whether he remains the president or the decision definitely is going to be after his tenure ends? So how is it going to benefit on that part then? So why is it so important that we will be talking about that as well? And how many presidents so far have been impeached by United States of America Senate? We will be talking about that as well. Right, so stay tuned. But before we go ahead, do like the video, do share the video, and comment on how you like it, or if you have any doubt regarding any point in the video. Right, so we'll be moving ahead. First of all, we'll be listening of what impeachment is. So impeachment, as per Article 2 Section 4 of United States Constitution, is a formal process in which Congress brings charges against high ranking civil officers such as president in a bid to remove them from office. That is simply removing the high ranked officers from the office of the president is what impeachment is. Right. So, in simple terms, what we can say is removal of the president in favor with both the houses, that is House of Representatives as well as Senate. With the favor of both of them, the removal takes place, then it is impeachment. Now, the powers of impeachment have been given by the Constitution of United States. So, what does that mean? That is under Article 2, Section 4 of the Constitution of United States, this impeachment can be carried out. Right? Now, we now know what impeachment is. Right now, impeachment can be if you talk about how this is going to happen, what happens, and what is the process of impeachment happening. So let's have a look at that as well. So how does it work? First of all, the House will vote on the articles of impeachment. That is, first of all, they decide and debate whether an impeachment should be moved ahead or not, whether the accusation is that big that an impeachment should take place. Right. So first of all, a voting will be done on the by the House. That is, whether the impeachment should take place on the grounds specified as per the debate. Right. Now, if that goes in less than a majority, then Trump or whoever the president is, that remains in the office. Right. But in case a majority is gained, that is a simple majority, 51% or more majority is gained, then Trump will be impeached or the president will be impeached. Now, once this impeachment has taken place or the first stage has been crossed, then the trial will begin in the Senate. Right. So once impeachment is done by a simple majority, then it goes to the upper house, as we say, or you can say the Senate. Now over here, the Senate will vote on whether the conviction should take place or not take place. Right. So if again less than 2/3 of voting is there, then the president will remain. But if the voting is more than 2/3, here we had only 50%, here we have a 2/3 of voting. So if 2/3, that is 67% of the voting is in favor of impeachment, then the president will be removed, and who will take over then? Once the president is removed, the next in power is the vice president. So once the president is removed, vice president will be taking over on the office. This is how the process of impeachment works. So first of all, House committees will investigate on all the impeachable offenses. If evidence is insufficient, then there is no impeachment which will take place. As I told you, there's a debate that happens. So first of all, you have to find a reason. So once a reason is there, then you have to find evidence whether it should be or not should be. So whether it's insufficient evidence or sufficient evidence defines whether the person will remain in office or the impeachment voting will take place. Now if insufficient evidence is there, then nothing will happen. It will just be remaining as a hoax. But if the sufficient evidence is there, then impeachment voting will take place. Then depending on 50% majority, that is if 51% majority is in favor, then impeachment takes place. If it is not in favor, then the president remains. Once impeachment has taken place, then it goes to Senate. And in Senate voting, two-thirds of majority is required. That is 67% of voting is required in favor to remove from the office. Now, that being about the impeachment, that is how the impeachment takes place. Now, is the impeachment proceeding over? No, it only refers to the House, that is the lower chamber of Congress, and bringing on the articles of impeachment. Next step comes to the Senate, and after the Senate is done with or goes in the favor, only then the impeachment takes place. Now, the recent impeachment, you can say the accusations which have been made, that will be beginning, you can say later, because right now till January 19th, Senate is on recess. So after 19th of January, this Senate will be hearing on it. So here we come to a question that can a former president be impeached? Because on 20th of January, his term will end, and on 19th of January, the Senate is going to come back from the recess. So can it be happening? Yes, it can happen, because there is something called as late impeachment. Late impeachment. Now, you might have heard of something that is banning someone from the office. So, if the impeachment is carried out forward, although the president's tenure has ended, but once the impeachment is done, even after his tenure is over, then he or she cannot take over on any other office of trust or honor or profit of United States. That is, he or she cannot take any office of the government once the impeachment is carried out, whether it is while in power or not in power. Right? So this late impeachment is a concept, and it still is a reason why this impeachment should run to the Senate as well. Right? Now, moving ahead to, as we have seen, the first time when the impeachment had taken place, we are talking about the first time. Now, when the first time impeachment had taken place, there were two accusations which were made. That was abuse of power and obstruction of Congress. Abuse of power was the allegation under which it was stated that while the elections were going on at that time, foreign interference was there in US presidential elections. So that was the reason, one of the reasons why impeachment had taken place. And the second was obstruction of Congress, that is obstructing the work of United States of America or the US senator or representatives with the contempt of Congress, as they can say. So these are the two reasons where on which grounds the first impeachment was announced. Now, again, this was declined by the Senate, right? So the impeachment was passed. He was impeached by House of Representatives, but Senate had not passed it, right? Then the second time, this is for a historic thing, because it is for the first time that a president is being impeached for the second time in the same tenure of his. So first impeachment was led by Nancy Pelosi, right? And that was under two articles, as we've already discussed: abuse of power and obstruction of Congress. So House had impeached Trump on both the charges, but under Senate, the Senate had acquitted Trump. Now, the second impeachment is on storming of Capitol. As you might have seen in a few days back, that there were wide protests which were going on, right? That Trump should remain in power and that Joe Biden should not be there. So, whatever the reason, on the basis of election results, or after his anger for the results of election, this storming had happened, and all the people had rushed to the White House, and stuff like that had happened. So, on that, or on that basis the second impeachment has happened, and Democrats had introduced an article of impeachment again, and impeachment has taken place on 13th of January. Now it is going to go to the Senate, which will be on 19th of January or later when the Senate sits, right after the recess, and after that will be decided whether he will be further banned from running into elections or any other office, or he will continue to do that, right? Now, is he the first president to face impeachment? No. But there is one thing about US presidents. There have been basically three presidents against whom the impeachment has run. And out of those three, none has been removed on the basis of impeachment as of now. So, till date, there were three presidents, US presidents, against whom impeachment was moved, but none of them was removed. One being Andrew Johnson, who was the 17th president, and he was the first president of United States who was impeached, and then was Bill Clinton in 1998 on his extramarital affairs. Now, Andrew Johnson was in 1968 when he was impeached for the purposes, but he was acquitted very narrowly by one vote. Because of one vote, he had saved himself, right? And why was he impeached? For sacking secrecy of war in violation of Tenure of Office Act. So it violated the Tenure of Office Act, due to which he was impeached, right? But with one vote, he was saved. Second, Richard Nixon. Now he faced impeachment inquiry on Watergate scandal. But before the impeachment could happen, before a House vote could happen, he resigned. So therefore, no, you can say removal had taken place because of impeachment, because voting was also not complete at that time. Then the third is Bill Clinton in 1998 when he was impeached for lying under the oath about sex with White House intern Monica Lewinsky. Right. So he was not convicted by Senate, and therefore he remained in office for his term, or he completed his term. So no president in 243-year-old history of the United States has ever been removed because of impeachment, right? Because we need a two-third majority of Senate, and none of them have got a two-third majority for being removed from, you can say, the office. But this is the first time that a history has been created by being convicted twice for impeachment. So let's see what happens on this time, that whether this history remains to this part only, or the other history is also created, right? So that about the impeachment. In crisp, you have got to know about all the information that is required regarding the like which articles are there, whoever has been accused of impeachment as of now, and what are the reasons for which a US president is being impeached as of now. All these information has been given to you, and in case you find any of the information as not being understood or not being transferred to you in a way which is understandable to all of you, you can comment in the comment section, and we will get back to you on that. Right. So thank you so much. It has been wonderful interacting with you. We'll see you in the next video. Until then, goodbye, take care, and good luck with your preparations.